I can follow basic directions.
I understood the assignment.
For once.
So I think, according to a lot of studies, I'm a little blurry, but that's okay because we're live.
The CDC now says it's okay if you're a little blurry.
Oh, yours today was so fucking good.
I can't stop myself.
It's difficult to
good.
sit there and not just post 7 at once.
Right.
I was like, I gotta, yep.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Just gotta bank those babies.
True believers, hi, and welcome to the Professional Casual Network presents. Wait, did I roll a wild? A Marvel Crisis Protocol vlog. I am the guy who sits in this chair. This is the last one of the year, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly forever. Who knows?
Preach.
You never know.
Very well could
2022 might be the axe for the PCN.
It probably is, honestly.
Financially speaking. Head over to patreon.com/professionalcasual for as little as $1. Help support our show. Wait, did I roll a wild?
Research tier is actually full.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Sucks to suck, bud.
Yep.
Should have gone there. Ravensguard, how you doing, bud? Of course, I'm the guy who sits in this chair. I am Chuck, and I'm joined once again by my comrade, by the CEO, editor-in-chief, supreme ruler, and reptilian overlord. I don't want him to think we're friends. Of the Professional Casual Network, at least not on this show. Tim.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm really happy to be here. I'm pretty jazzed.
And the reason why everyone actually is here, the majestic one herself, Dani doesn't get paid by the hour, Cole. Welcome back to the show.
Hi, thank you.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
It's been a whole 60 seconds.
Yeah, I'm here for the whole thing, too. Not just like a pop on, talk about stuff, and then like, okay, goodbye.
Right.
I'm here.
You're here.
I'm normally here for the whole 2.
Yeah. And after the day I've had, I need it.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were going to go out clean. I was wrong. I don't know why I thought that. That was very foolish
Have
of
you
me.
been here before?
No, I'm new to the show. Thanks for having me on. So, real quick, is there anything to talk about tonight?
Yeah, we have a couple things to talk
All
about.
right, what would that be?
We ran a custom Crisis this past Monday, Dani and I, on the Power Phase over at twitch.tv/Professional Casual Network, where we did kind of a New Year's Eve style Crisis where you had to get some resolutions and you had to complete those resolutions to get points. It was a lot of fun, and we're going to actually run it again next week, too, with Dan, making a couple tweaks. Couple tweakers.
Did some play testing, did you?
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about that.
That's like.
We're gonna re-talk about the cards that are gonna be coming in the Magik and Colossus box.
Oh yeah.
As well as I think that you had a handful of questions.
I did a little 2021 superlative. Is that the word?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean,
as we're calling it, the Wait Did I Roll a Wild 2021. Are they Rogers Avengers Good Awards? Mm-hmm. The Rajies.
The Rajies.
The Rajies.
We also have to display a little something that Chuck did that I think is.
I don't want credit for it ever. I don't need anybody to know that I have created any sort of monstrosity.
An absolute monster.
Chuck took a poop, and it's just picture perfect.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah.
So we're gonna show this right now. Let me see if I can get this this camera. This makes for great podcasting, by the way. So this is an ancient one.
Yeah.
Dressed up like me in a plaid kimono with jeans and my PCN hat.
Yeah.
It's just so fucking perfect. You can see my little beard. Oh, it's so great. This is literally.
I almost put him in gray sweatpants, but I was like, he doesn't really wear it. Like, anytime.
Lindsay won't allow me to leave the house in gray sweatpants.
That's fair.
Not after the incident at the family reunion.
Yeah, the tracks.
That's fair, though.
And I've seen him at his house. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like,
That's true. He's like, wow, I thought I was going to get robbed. It's like, listen, man.
I was like, I swear I don't have meth. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't have my fake teeth then. Like, it was just a
whole different person.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for it.
Yeah.
It was weird. Never see that white tank top coming at you. You know what I mean?
Nope.
It's not white.
Not anymore.
That was the sun reflecting off my pale earthworm skin.
Yeah.
Earthworm skin. That's so gross.
Oh, what do you want to talk about first?
Why don't we start with let's start with these tactics cards.
All right.
So we have 3 tactics cards that AMG posted today. We've seen most of these, but might as well go through them as they're all going to be coming out in this box. Also, a gratuitous ass shot of Magik's butt. And Juggernaut not having a nose. He looks like that filter on Instagram that takes out the center section of your face, which is really cool. But up first, we have Journey Through Limbo, which Chuck pointed out in a group chat earlier that initially when we read this, I hated it.
You did.
I thought this was so stupid. I was really mad about it. Similar to a lot of other things about Magik that I was really mad about and didn't like until reading comprehension stuck in.
Yeah.
And
it looks real bad when I'm the one that has to explain it to you. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, no, that's very fair.
Yeah, you don't want that. Nobody wants that.
But so Journey Through Limbo is an unaffiliated active tactics card where during Magik's activation, she can spend 3 power to play this card. She can choose another character within range 2 of this character. This can be a friend or a foe. Place the chosen character within range 3 of its current position, and it gains the Incinerate special condition. I love Incinerate. I thought this was only allies at first, which is why I hated it, and I shit on it real hard. But a movement, and especially range 3 away, is pretty considerable. And adding Incinerate on there, you can do some pretty rad stuff with this.
I mean,
set up beams, set up AoE attacks, put it right in Colossus's face to beat the shit out of, like...
slow moving somebody who was just sitting on a target or sitting on an objective.
Well, and especially if you do it to a character that's already been activated in the round, giving them Incinerate and then putting them directly into harm's way when they can do nothing about it to get beat on while their defenses are lowered is pretty choice.
Yeah, it was really smart of them to make it a tactics card and not a power.
Correct.
Yeah,
Agreed.
because that would have led to some very hurt feelings. She would have had to at least be a 2 at that point. You know
right. Yeah, she'd be straight bullseyeing.
Yeah, exactly.
We also have Fastball Special. This is an unaffiliated active as well. If Colossus is within range 2 of an allied Wolverine, both characters may spend 1 to play this card. Throw the allied Wolverine medium. Wolverine does not suffer collision damage during the throw. Enemy characters that he collides with roll 2 fewer dodge dice and suffer the bleed special condition.
Whoa.
This is OP as shit.
Yeah.
Like...
That's crazy. They spend 1?
Yeah. Well, and it's the 2 fewer dodge dice for me. Also, it is cheap as hell.
Right, yeah. Yep.
Like...
Well, it's 2 total, technically, but yeah.
But being able to split it between 2 characters pretty much, it makes it significantly easier to do.
Cheapest throw in the game.
Right.
You could do this round 1. Like, that's insane to me.
Correct. Especially when you're saving power from a potentially first class and you're not spending to pick up objectives. You're moving up the line. It's going to be stellar.
Yeah.
You're going to have to be working around specifically this card on a regular basis because this is, in fact, how you will be able to get pretty considerable damage on anyone with a decent physical defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even 4s now rolling 2 against 4 damage, blocking a maximum of, I mean, granted they could roll crits, but I mean,
That's only something you would do, so.
fair. But yeah, no, I love this one. I both love and hate it. As long as it's on my side of the table, I'm all about
It's going to be great.
Right.
Yep. When it's over there, I'm gonna call it OP and say it's bullshit.
Yeah,
Say, I would never take that. It's too strong.
You got to bait it out, I think.
Yeah, I think so
You
too.
kind of have to like set up a risk management situation.
Yeah, I mean it makes what's the card with Punisher on it that everyone takes?
Blood Red and Personal.
No, the
Oh,
one that
Brace for
people
Impact.
take. Yeah.
Oh.
Brace for Impact, even more valuable.
Yeah.
Like even more required because Fastball Special is going to be out there too.
Right.
Well, and now we have kind of 2.
Yeah.
Like 2 versions of Brace for Impact now. Which is, this was the card last week I was talking about that I was like, didn't we just get something that cancels throws and collisions?
I am not going to read the title of this one. I'm going to have Dani read this as That's Cool because she's an English teacher and I will sound stupid if I try to say that word.
This one's Indomitable.
Okay. All right.
Abominable.
Like the snowman.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Indomitable, just like the snowman.
Yeah.
You want to read the rest of the...
Yeah, sure. It's an unaffiliated reactive. It says when an allied character would be thrown or pushed by an enemy effect, it may spend 2 power to play this card. The allied character is not thrown or pushed.
I think that's rad as shit. So yeah, it is kind of Brace for Impact, except you're potentially preventing even more damage. Granted, Brace for Impact, you can spend that 1 on as many characters as you want, both the one being thrown and the one being thrown into. But
Yeah, but this is just like, and it also doesn't move you.
correct.
So this is like kind of the trade-off. Like,
and a little bit more versatile because it knocks away pushes as well.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do have that new regular Iron Man, Tony Stark, out on the field because he can, ion bomb the shit out of people, actually not being able to be pushed off of objectives is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I see in like 3 weeks that getting restricted.
Restricted.
Yeah.
It very well could. I don't think that's out of the realm of...
Yeah, they're going to restrict it as quick as possible. Everyone's going to take it, I think. Because
because it's going to stack with... You know what I mean? Because,
Yeah.
they will be taking Brace for Impact as one of their restricted cards, and then if
Yep.
that's unrestricted, they'll be taking that too.
I can tell you the incident that's going to cause them to add it to the restricted list, and that's the internet complaining that they can't use Don't You Know Who I Am effectively because everybody's either going to Brace for Impact or Indomitable it and just shut down Juggernaut, and everybody's going to get super bummed out about it.
Ooh. Yeah. Effectively countering another tactics card that's unrestricted. Ugh.
Yeah. So we're seeing a really popular trend here of more and more character specific tactics cards coming out. Like that was of those three, two of them were character specific, and one of them being extremely niche, needing two characters on your team
Right.
to do it.
Yeah.
Do you think this is the trend for 2022?
I think so. I think we'll see more of that. I think it's easier for them to balance cards over specific characters being able to use them versus making unaffiliated, just anyone can use cards that don't require specifics. Because if you look at the majority, actually maybe everything on the banned and restricted list, it's all unaffiliated, non-character specific stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you got to make it future-proof too,
Right.
Right.
And you don't necessarily have to do that when it's character specific.
Yeah, true. Now you only get 5, and if you're running X-Men, and let's say you're taking a full roster of X-Men,
Yeah.
I mean, are you including things like Limbo and Fastball Special, or in your 10? Maybe in your 10, but
maybe in your 10, in the 5, I don't know.
that's tough.
I mean, Fastball Special requiring 2 4-threat characters, neither of which is particularly stellar.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah, especially if you don't have Lockjaw out there, you know.
Right, 100%.
What's the point? What's the point of running Wolverine if you don't have Lockjaw?
To be perfectly honest, Lockjaw makes both Colossus and Wolverine significantly better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's 11 points right there.
Yep.
Before you pick an affiliation leader. I guess you have to run Storm now.
Yeah. Kinda.
Yep.
I don't like it.
For real.
Any thoughts?
I like it.
All right. No, I think it's really good. I like that they're leaning heavy into character specific cards
Yeah.
because I do truly want to believe that it's going to change the meta and that people are actually going to take them, but
Right. I do agree, though, that one, it really handcuffs you where there goes 8 points straight off the bat.
Yep.
It makes it kind of tough to swallow unless you're playing a really high threat game,
Right.
which not everybody does all the time. So I don't know. I'm hesitant, but I do think I think we'll see an increase of more character specific. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of like character combination cards too.
Well, especially since they've upgraded that cap from 8 to 10 as far as how many you can have on your roster. It kind of makes a lot of these a little bit more applicable to be in your roster when you make them. It's not, I mean, it's only a 25%, I mean, 25% increase to the amount that you can bring on your roster is pretty significant.
Yeah.
But
25% more.
having only 2 more doesn't seem as big as a 25% increase.
Right.
right. Well, that was the whole thing. I was like, yeah, we're increasing it to 10. It's like, cool. Two more cards that I'm not going to probably bring.
Right. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm a person who I'm happy when I use one tactics card in a game. Like I am proud of myself to use one.
Very,
So,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, and I guess the other important part about that is that everyone was usually taking 2 restricted cards. So you're effectively almost balancing out that everyone's going to take 2 restricted cards. So you can prepare the same amount, 8, of other stuff that's not restricted.
Yeah, agreed. Okay. That was it for news this week. Oh,
Yeah.
that's not entirely true. We did get a teaser.
We did.
releases from Amazon officially confirmed that Shield is coming in 2022, which means, of course,
They're also releasing a bunch of Shield characters.
yeah.
I've only made that joke 7 times this week, so it's,
Okay, you feel better about yourself?
yeah.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, so we're getting potentially a bunch of Shield characters. We know that it's Nick Fury Jr. And some Shield agents or agents of Shield. With the Minions rules, the wild speculation, which I love here on the show, was that essentially he would have like 3 different like henchmen or minions or whatever, but then you only got to choose one to bring with you to battle. Was what I had seen.
So would the minions potentially then not take a roster slot? You would choose, say, Nick Fury Jr.
Right.
And then with that, you would...
It was worked... So from what I saw, it was Nick Fury Jr., and he gets 3 minions, but when you put him in your squad, you have to choose one, but they are all one threat. So, like, you pay for the minion through Nick Fury's threat.
Okay.
That is what I've seen. I mean, take that with a grain of salt. It's the internet.
So is the idea that the different minions will have different, like,
very
abilities
specific different
Okay.
abilities?
All right.
Yeah. My assumption would be one will be strictly a bodyguard, one will be strictly a glass cannon, like a Bob, just slightly toned
Coulson
down.
with his huge fucking gun.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised, honestly. And
There's a
then
Coulson. I'll be so happy.
See, and that's the thing is I'm not sure if I want Coulson to be a minion so we see him sooner, or if I want a separate Coulson, threat too that is pretty much like Bob with the giant laser.
yeah, that should be super dope.
Right?
I think that there's a possibility that we'll see. I think we'll see him in that pack. Like he'll be like the heavy cannon guy. There'll be somebody who just bodyguards for Fury, maybe, or bodyguards in general.
And then
maybe
probably a stealth.
A stealth, or I'm thinking like maybe minions can't hold objectives, and then there's one that can.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to be within a certain range, maybe. Who knows?
Because they have some cool stuff to pull from the Shield show. There's a whole kind of cavalcade, assuming they're making them characters from that.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if they want to legitimize.
Jazzercise them?
I don't know if they want to jazzercise Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and MCP, and that's how they get brought into the MCU officially.
Right.
If they're not already there.
Right.
But I could see it.
Yeah. I'm excited for it. I'm very curious to see what we get for Daredevil's pack 2.
Yes.
Because
so that comes with Elektra, or that comes with hand ninjas?
It said Elektra. From what I remember, it was Elektra's ninjas. It was Daredevil with Elektra's ninjas.
And that is honestly surprising that we might see Elektra's ninjas before Elektra.
Elektra. What a stuck-up bitch.
Right?
You know?
For real. Come down and be a, Threat 3 Viper that people will really want to use, but just get spacked real quick.
Yeah.
I could see Elektra being a 3-threat Nebula and being able to hold objectives, and that's literally the only difference. That's it.
That makes sense.
I expect Elektra to be probably pretty stellar.
Yeah.
Like we'll probably have a charge or a back off, or we'll obviously
my assumption
and a bunch of bleeds. I think she'll probably play incredibly well with Blade. Like
yeah.
My guess is probably we're gonna get either Elektra Jessica Jones or Elektra Lady Deadpool or Lady Bullseye.
Okay.
That'd be my assumption.
2 bullseyes. I don't know if I'd be able to take that personally.
Yeah, fair.
Outside of the fan fiction, that is.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta really
correct.
Yeah. Portion it out.
You gotta spread out the bullseyes when you're aiming, baby. You know what I mean?
I need some cooldown time from him being made so incredibly good.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Maybe they'll make a bad Lady Bullseye though, and that can be my new sweetheart now that everyone likes Bullseye. I would be okay with that.
I guarantee you they're gonna make another 2-threat Lady Bullseye, and she's gonna be better than regular Bullseye.
And then
just straight up regular Bullseye
can come back into my favor because there's a better one that people want.
Exactly.
That would be so sweet.
Yeah. Yep.
He'll come crawling back to daddy.
Yep. Yeah, they always do.
They always do.
They always do. What do you want to do first? You want to do awards, or do you want to talk about your game?
We'll talk about the game last.
All right.
Cool.
So, shout out to Justine here on the show. Gave us this great idea of doing a Wait Did I Roll a Wild 2021. Are they Rogers Avengers Good Awards? I wrote down 8 kind of categories for us to go over and talk about the game as a whole. Did you guys limit it to just 2021 releases, or did you just go? Oh, you did? Okay. I didn't really specify, so.
Everything is new to me.
Yeah, fair.
So I had Dan specify here was last year, here's this current year.
Sure.
And then there were some that I couldn't choose because they're next year.
Yeah, fair.
I didn't pre-answer any of these or do any of it. I saw question number 8 and got so excited that I kind of forgot to actually do the homework.
Yeah, fair. Yep, that makes sense. Let's talk about category number 1. It's your favorite sculpt of the year. Now, here's the thing. I wanted to pick Bullseye. Bullseye technically came out in 2020.
Ah, nuts.
Yeah.
Glad you said that, so I didn't choose him too.
Yeah, but very realistically, I think Bullseye is legitimately one of the best sculpts that they ever put out. He's fairly simple, but there's so much character in that sculpt.
Yeah.
It feels like a Bullseye model. You know what I mean? The fact that he has the finger guns and he has that knife behind his back, like he's getting ready to throw, and it's just the grin on his face. They did a great.
The facial expression specifically is what really sent it home for me.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't know. I love that. I love that model. But for me, best sculpt of 2021, it has to be Lockjaw.
Okay.
He's so fun he's just a big giant dog. And I never thought I'd get it. And the slobber coming off the tongue is just phenomenal to me. I was a huge Lockjaw fan. It made me want to actually play Inhumans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
absolutely fair.
Yeah, that was my number 1 choice.
Yeah. Dan's number 1 choice for favorite sculpt was Omega Red.
Okay.
He loves the Omega Red model so much. My pick was Carnage. Just looking at the pictures.
Yeah.
Really like the Carnage model a lot. It's delicate but beefy, you know.
They really straddled that line well. I don't know what verb I was looking for there, but straddle is what came out. But yeah.
Ravensguard said probably Cable, which I also can't disagree with.
Yeah,
I've kind of
Cable's right up there.
Painting up, even with tacos on the utility belt. I still kind of fell in love with that sculpt and made me actually like Cable, which I didn't really enjoy because I didn't really want to like him, and now I do, I guess. So
well, when he one-shots Thor off
the
face of the fucking earth.
Yeah, accurate. It's super, super good. Tim, what's your pick?
Blade looks incredible.
Yeah, it was hard for me not to choose Blade.
I thought you were, and when you didn't, I was like, ooh, okay,
yeah,
sweet. That's mine then.
Yeah, I didn't pick it on a technicality because I don't technically have them together yet.
Oh, shit. Tarquin actually said the best one. I can't believe I forgot Hulkbuster, which I guess isn't really a 2021 release in the U.S.
Right.
But holy shit, I love Hulkbuster.
Yeah, fair.
I hate 6-threat characters, too, and I think I've played Hulkbuster nearly every week I could.
Yeah, accurate.
And Taylor responded as well. He sent in the group chat, his pick for favorite sculpt was Lizard, which was another really great
tactical
sculpt.
sewage. They really did a great job this year with tactical stuff. Tactical Ghost, tactical sewage. Domino's tactical explosion that she's surfboarding on is rad as shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think even things like Medusa. Medusa was a great sculpt.
What a decent model too. She's so thick. Like the hair just adds so much weight to that model that it's actually really what do you call it? It has a presence.
Yep.
There's a lot of body.
Enjoy. Yes.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
She might have been born with it.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll never know.
I also think, honorable mention in there too is Crystal. Just the water and the standing on the rocks and things like that.
All the elements, very cool.
Bracket number 2. No,
what show is this?
I don't know. I'm on vacation, so
there
I don't know.
There are 8 questions too. So
that's true.
Blurs the lines a little bit on that one.
Category number 2, favorite tactics card. Listen, I want to pick Bitter Rivals just because I appreciate it so much, but I think realistically, I don't know. Tactical analysis tends to be my my lean hard on of like cards that I love that I kind of always am like, well, I got to take it.
Yeah.
I have to bring it.
Yeah.
I lean pretty hard into that. I realized I hadn't got a ton of play this year in a lot of my cards. I guess or something because I couldn't like the only thing that ever came to mind was tactical analysis, and that's an old card. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. In the I don't know. I have a bunch. I'm trying to narrow it down. I'll let Dani go.
LOL. That was my response to this one.
yeah, fair.
'Cause I'm so bad with tactics cards. Like special delivery when using A-Force, that's
Oh,
like,
shit,
one of
yeah.
my favorites. That's a good one. Dan for this wrote pretty sneaky sis.
Yeah,
A
really
lot of
good.
the X-Force ones are really
Yeah.
cool.
yeah, they're a lot of fun. A lot of the X-Men ones were really good too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I think this year they did a really good job of making affiliation specific cards.
So, and I do feel they really kind of came into their own there. The Quicksilver, Can I Borrow That? Was incredible, was super narrative. I really liked it. It really made you feel like you were playing Quicksilver. Deception for Mystique, Sweet Biscuits mentioned in chat.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever not run Deception when Mystique is there. It is just so good. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. You like, it's so stellar and it always does work. That said, though, I think if it's not Can I Borrow That, Dark Regeneration, I adore, as well as Mr. Sinister's Cloning Banks.
Yeah, that was a lot of. I mean, I like the idea of it.
Yes.
You know, I wish I got more out of it, but yeah.
Well, it's one of those ones that's fun. It's super thematic. You're
Yes.
not going to be using it all the time. When it pops off, it really pops off. And I really like tactics cards that really shine in casual play or organized play kits or special events and stuff like that, because I feel that's when you really want to not choose, you're too restricted and your meta stuff. It's the time to try out weird stuff, try to make stuff work, try to, get things off and just have fun with it.
Yeah. Ravensguard says Gene.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Because-
Yeah,
And Taylor's was extreme conditioning.
yeah,
Super
You know?
stellar one.
Yeah.
yeah. It's extreme conditioning with the venom. That makes sense.
Oh, the one I get the most joy out of actually using it is the other one that came with Gene in the Cassandra Nova and Gene box, the one where you possess somebody
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
they attack a friend, and
Yeah.
oh my god, that card's so fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Carnage rules too. So there's a ton.
There's
really difficult
yeah,
to
Carnage
narrow this one
rules is
down.
really fun. I think for 2022, I want to play Carnage more. Like I really want to lean into kind of more like Spidey villain stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of
Being
go
able
back
to
to
get
my
4,
first level.
5, 6 attacks off in a round is
Yeah.
just stupid. Like it's just so cool when it works. It really works.
Totally.
Number 3, your favorite affiliation to play or pay to play, if you will, play with or play against, either or.
Criminal Syndicate. Love playing Criminal Syndicate. Love
Yeah, you're a big
Yeah.
crime guy.
Yep.
Is there anyone you like to play against specifically?
Inhumans.
Yeah.
I think they're garbage. So I really like playing against
I
them.
liked playing Inhumans when I played
I
them.
really like playing Inhumans too. That was
Yeah.
my pick, so that makes a lot of sense.
I really like playing against Inhumans. I don't mind playing against X-Force, and I also really like playing against not A-Force, Cabal, especially Sin's Cabal,
Yeah.
because everyone on that list is just so easily killable.
Yeah, fair. That's super fair.
Yeah.
No, for favorite affiliations to play, I fell with the League, fell in love with Inhumans.
Yep.
I really like a lot of their shenanigans and tactics that they have, being able to kind of pass off power, especially when you have a battery in there. Now that
Yeah.
Clea's out for a 3 battery, and so I don't have to run Red Skull anymore. I really like that.
Yep.
And she can throw and she can teleport people. She's got a really impressive kit
Yeah.
for a 3.
She's a better Red Skull.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm a big fan of it. To play against, I mean, I guess Crime Syndicate, because that's all I ever played against. It felt like for a lot of the time. So.
Probably pretty fair.
Yeah. Really fell in love with Kingpin hucking a Black Dwarf into a Doc Ock. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good old days.
I love
funny.
Kingpin so much. Absolutely adore that man.
Yeah.
Ravensguard said a big X-Men fan. He must love blue. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm big. Actually, it was kind of a tie for me. I love playing X-Men Blue too.
I think on the channel, as far as Monday nights, X-Men Blue was one of the most played affiliations.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us really. I think one of us wanted to figure out how to make blue work. That's why we played it a lot more. But also, I don't know. It's not that I don't love Storm. Her character card doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
So it's tough for me to like care.
Right.
I guess about playing gold and stuff, but I should probably give it a try at some point.
Yeah. I think in 2022, my favorite will be Guardians.
Yeah, for you. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Dan and Taylor both said their favorites to play were Spider Foes, which for Taylor was not a surprise. I found it surprising that Dan's favorite is Spider Foes because I feel like he doesn't play Spider Foes a lot.
He did for a while. There was like a string where Lizard was in his list every week, Lizard and Craven, when they first came out. But yeah, it was also short-lived. But then we got that massive dump of characters kind of over the last few weeks.
Yeah.
But
I started with A-Force, so I love playing A-Force. But the League really made me love Asgard. So I like playing Asgardians a lot.
Yeah, Asgard's fun.
Sweet Biscuit says Brotherhood for them.
Yeah. I haven't actually tried Brotherhood yet, but
it's so difficult now, like looking back. I love Brotherhood as well, but always had trouble justifying playing Magneto because he was so expensive. But we'll throw Hulkbuster into any list that I can.
Right.
Like
that tracks.
Funny.
That tracks for you.
When I threw him into something random the other week where it was a bunch of people and then Hulkbuster. I can't remember. Was that against you? No, it was against Dan in the Organized Play kit.
Yeah. The Dormammu.
I think I was playing Midnight Suns with Hulkbuster.
Because why wouldn't you?
Right.
Yeah, that tracks.
Know?
Yeah.
Because we're not competitive.
Right, exactly.
Just do it.
I mean, it's not terribly competitive, but it does not make friends. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And you said Asgard. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Most underrated. Oh, I meant miniature in this case. I figured you guys knew that.
Right.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
character. Or whatever.
Oh. Bullseye. It was, anyway.
Right.
3-point Bullseye was massively underrated.
Oh, yeah. I'll give you that. Yep. My choice, Lockjaw. I think Lockjaw is very underrated.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people just don't. They see him for like a turn one move.
Yeah.
And then like that's kind of it. And there's a lot of play there. And he's got a throw.
Oh, legitimately though, Ronin. Like I took him as part of the Power Bottom 10 because literally 0 people were playing him, and he was my powerhouse every week in the league. Absolutely huge appreciation for Ronin and what he can do.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yep. Dan said Carnage, and I thought Domino is kind of underrated. Like, it's hard because like with our group, I feel like we all like respect the characters and like recognize that they can fill, like they're made to fill certain spots, and like they're not always going to be great in certain spots, but they can be great when they're played properly. So I was like, I don't feel like we as a group really like underrate a lot of characters, or if we have like no one's playing Cassandra Nova. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like,
So,
can
yeah.
I say that she's underrated? But we've never played her, so we don't really know. Or I think Dan took her once, maybe.
I've played her a couple times, and then Mitch immediately banned all of her powers.
That makes sense.
So I don't know that like we really underrate a lot of characters, but I feel like Domino for me in general, I like her a lot more than I think people give her credit for.
Yeah.
And
So
borderline unkillable.
yeah.
Especially when I play against her.
Yeah.
I pour boxes of bullets into Domino.
Yep.
And nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, Cassandra Nova, I think, very underrated because nobody takes her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of want to. I know popular on the channel, but Hydra Bob,
Yeah.
I think, is an extremely underrated character.
Yeah.
Just because he is kind of a one-trick pony, but
Yeah.
he can stand on an objective. You know.
He always does work for me.
Yeah.
I'll just activate him last.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. True.
Sweet Biscuit said Cable.
Yeah. I think Cable's very popular with us. So.
Hi, Mitch.
Mitch is here now.
Hi, Mitch.
I think Cable is really popular with us. I won't lie. I kind of fell in love with Cable. I ended up really liking.
Ravensguard says no one takes Cassandra because Mitch has gone to everyone's house and thrown her away. can't find mine.
Yeah.
Must have snuck in.
It was
So weird.
thrown right out.
Oh my god.
I mean, yours was an egghead too. You know what I mean?
You're right. Yeah.
Crazy. This should be an interesting fight. Number 5, most overrated. For me, that's a what did Dan say?
Dan said Jean.
Really?
He thinks Jean is overrated.
I haven't seen a lot of Jean play personally,
Yeah.
so
I
don't
loved
know.
her the few times that I've taken her. Like
Yeah.
I really, really liked her, but I know that he did not like playing with her.
Mitch is on his way.
Yeah.
No, lock the door. I said Quicksilver just because I know there was like a lot of hype about him when he was
Yeah.
first coming out, but we don't see a ton of gameplay with
Mm-hmm.
him. But again, this was a really difficult, like these two categories were really hard for me because I feel like
Yeah.
we give the characters like the respect that they deserve.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like, I don't know. Taylor did not understand the assignment and he went with underrated and overrated affiliation. He said
Well,
the
that's fair.
overrated affiliation is X-Men Gold.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we can also ring off affiliation under these too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think I would agree. Overrated affiliation would probably be X-Men Gold.
Yeah.
To an extent.
For me, it's Angela. I think is super.
Yeah,
overrated.
super
Okay.
fair.
I won't play her. I've played her a couple times, and every time
Mhm.
I am insanely let down by her only throwing interactive terrain and not people.
Yeah.
And damage always gets through because I can't roll shit for defense rolls. So it does not matter that she's at a premium for having 4s as all of her defenses. I'm not going to roll successes there anyway.
Yeah.
So she's super squishy for me.
Yeah, fair. I would also argue. And I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. I don't think Okoye is as good as everybody says.
I was having
Like I
dividing between
don't
those
disagree
two.
that Okoye is not good.
Right.
I mean, statistics have proven that she is.
Right.
But I mean, honestly, actually, most overrated for me would be Valkyrie. I don't get
Okay.
it. I
Okay. Yep.
I have no idea. I don't get what the hype is.
Yeah.
I can't get her to ever work for me the way I need her to.
Yeah.
But everybody just seems to think that she's the greatest 3-threat character in the game, and on paper should be.
And
Right.
at that time, potentially, for sure, because she
Yeah.
could throw and she had,
And she
extra
was
power
cheap
and
for
stuff.
Asgard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she had a charge. But a whole bunch of, a slew of 3s have come out since then.
Right.
Blade and Iron Fist and Luke Cage and people with invulnerabilities and the throws and huge damage. So
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
you figured she'd, be a little bit more well respected after Bullseye was no longer a 3, but,
Yeah.
No such luck.
Affiliate. Let's do it. Underrated affiliation, overrated affiliations. We'll go back. Underrated affiliation. I think old school Cabal still doesn't get really any love, and maybe it's just because it was the first one. I'd also have to put Steve Rogers Avengers up there. I love playing Steve Rogers Avengers.
Yeah.
I haven't played Sam Wilson's Avengers yet, but I really love Rogers Avengers.
overrated for me is absolutely Sam Wilson or Sam Rogers. Sam
Wilson.
Was I right the first
Yep.
time?
Yep.
So when I say Wilson, I immediately want to follow it up with saying Fisk. So I'm like, oh, obviously I'm thinking of Kingpin and not Sam Wilson. But
Yeah.
Sam Wilson Avengers, I think, is overrated. If you're playing well, you shouldn't use the affiliation ability. So
Yeah.
I don't want to be relying on performing poorly to make use of the affiliation.
Sure. I would agree with that. I'd also say to kind of play off that, overrated is, and I love them, but Crime Syndicate.
Yeah.
I think Crime Syndicate's extremely overrated. They're too bloated, and their thing plays really, really well. But if you can't keep bodies on the table, then
Correct.
what's the point?
Yep. And once they're injured, it's over.
Right. Yep.
Like you got that toad ability kind of built in or whatever, but no one uses it. Or at least on our channel, we always forget that part exists.
Right.
At least I do, and I play them a lot.
Yeah.
Underrated, I would say pre-buff Spider Foes.
Yeah.
Like before the Lizard and Craven release, they were kind of the bottom of the barrel. They weren't taken in a lot of the leagues and stuff like that, and I still thought that they were pretty solid.
Yeah, I agree.
I think a strong contender for. We'll get into that in number 7.
In chat, though, a couple more overrated characters, right? Yeah, overrated Strange Supreme and Thor. Mitch says Thor is
Yeah,
overrated.
Thor gets fucking shot in the face and
Yeah.
just dies on our stream at least.
Yep.
Yeah. Plus, putting conditions on him, that's his biggest weakness.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I run Asgard, I rely on Hela over Thor.
Mhm.
Like,
It's because nobody
Makes sense.
expects her.
right.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So Ravensguard and Mitch actually 100% agree with the Guardians as underrated. I have adored Guardians
Yeah.
the entire time they've been out. I absolutely love them. Absolute standby for me. And the fact that they're better now
Mm-hmm.
is just icing on the cake. Because honestly, I felt they were good before.
Mhm.
They didn't need an affiliation ability. I just ignored it and still did fine.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, if you can get past not having a great affiliation
Yeah.
ability, then you're fine.
They were all they were all undercosted threes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
I thought they were stellar. Now they're even better.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 6. Release that lived up to the hype.
Hulkbuster.
Yeah, I could see
It
you.
wasn't Miss Marvel,
No,
unfortunately.
Yeah.
no. Kind of
No.
forgot she exists, to be totally honest.
Yep.
Which is a shame because I've been thinking a lot about what you said when she got released, and I think I agree. I think I'm disappointed because I'm a fan and I wanted more.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like I'm bummed that it didn't live up to my expectations that I hold for women, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I was like, I'm a fan. I should want more out of her. And there's got to be something. There's something coming down the pipe that's going to fix her, is my guess.
I hope so. And I get there's a balance there where when a character like Miss Marvel comes out, you want to support her release, right? But they didn't do right by her.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's difficult where you want to support the release of that character, but it's difficult to then be like, well, they fucking made her shit though.
Right.
Like, so I get it, but yeah, they didn't do her justice. They
Yep.
should have done so much better by her, and they just didn't.
Dan's response to this was Lizard. And Sweet Biscuit stole mine, Scarlet Witch, all the way.
Oh yeah, fucking
All the
Scarlet
way.
Witch.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hate her, but yeah.
Yeah.
I would put her at the top of the list too.
She was just so perfect for me too. You know what I mean?
Right.
You want to throw skulls? Now it's great.
Yep.
On the stream this past Monday, there was an attack Dani had where she, I think, rolled near no actual success.
Yeah.
Had 4 skulls and
Yep.
just blasted someone off the table.
Yeah.
Yep.
For me, Mysterio.
Okay.
Mysterio
Yeah.
totally lived
Yeah.
up to the hype.
Yeah.
Like I was excited when that model got announced.
Mhm.
I honestly, Mysterio and Carnage, like collectively together, I think that they were fantastic.
Yeah.
Very thematic. They played awesome. I loved how they play. Yeah, Mysterio. In fact, I had Mysterio on my table to finally get painted up. So
They just checked all the boxes.
Yeah.
They fit the character's personality from the comics. They added cool kind of mechanics with incredibly low defenses on certain things, and they just kind of had their own deal where they weren't a standard vanilla character.
Yeah.
They did really well by them.
Yep.
yeah, big fan.
Taylor said any of the Spider villains
Yeah.
that came
Yeah.
out. He, that's him.
It tracks.
Yep.
Well, they did.
They did,
I mean, he's not wrong either.
Yeah.
They did well by all of them.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
were good releases.
which was good because they needed it.
Hmm. Absolutely.
Number 7, release that was the biggest letdown.
Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Dan and I both said Sin and Viper. I
Yeah.
had really high hopes for
Kinda also
these
forgot
two bad
about them.
bitches, right? I just want
Yeah.
like these 2 bad bitches. No.
Yeah.
Sin's all right, but Viper is an extreme letdown, I would say.
Yeah.
For me, has to be Mr. Sinister. I was so excited, but he just doesn't play quite how I had hoped. He
Right.
needs something. He either needs to be able to hold on to 5 or an easier way to bank to get him or something.
So I'm gonna just ad hoc this right now and make a 9th question for this.
Okay.
A character that we want to see in 2022 get a revamp like in the first 50. Because I think Mr. Sinister's a strong contender. for
Yeah,
that.
Mr. Sinister, I think, is definitely up there.
And maybe that's actually just piggybacking over the biggest letdown. Because Miss Marvel absolutely deserves a rework like immediately.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mr.
Miss
Sinister
Marvel.
could certainly use something.
Viper. I would love
Yeah.
Viper to be something else or make her a 2. I think she's a strong contender for
Yeah.
for a threat change to 2, and she would be perfect.
Yep, I completely agree.
Taylor said all the new Mystic stuff only because of the COVID, like, you know, all like the backlog with the shipping and everything like that. Like, it's just
Because we were supposed to get
everything
this
was
in
kind
October,
of a cluster. Yeah.
right? And they just came out in December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Which is, you know, it's just part of the shit show that is the world right now.
We're all in this together.
That's right.
Right. I think honorable mention for lived up to the hype, but I couldn't choose it because I haven't actually played him yet. But Dormammu, I like the model is fantastic. I love the concept. Everything about it, realistically, I am very hyped about. I just literally haven't taken the plastic off the box yet.
Yeah.
So like I couldn't justify putting it on the list, but Dormammu is like the only thing from that wave that I'm still excited about.
Yeah.
I finally got a chance to play him outside of the ultimate encounter, and holy shit, does he do work.
Yeah.
Granted, I was whiffing on every defense roll, and he was getting fucking chunked hard, but still, he was still doing work outside of just taking facefuls of damage.
Right. And it's like, cool, so now he just has energy to do all the things. He's got all the power to do all the things.
Kinda, not really, because he can only gain 1 power when taking damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that was a cap.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But here's the good news, and here's why I think that you have accurately hyped him. The fact that you are still looking forward to putting him together and fielding him after for the last 2 months.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
Yep, we're going to get there.
Okay.
Yep. Did we get everybody else's letdown? Okay. Number 8. Most infuriating Tim moment on the channel. For me, it has to be Dormammu Milkers. Because I had to have a conversation with my mother explaining to her what Mommy Milkers was. And, yeah. And also, like, I don't know. Tim has this thing, and our friend, let's call it a friendship, contractually obligated partnership that we have, where when Tim sees something that I'm very excited about, he finds the one thing that will really annoy me about it and then just drive that home until I no longer care or want to have that thing in my life. Thus, why Dormammu still sitting in the box in plastic?
I need you to know, and this comes from a place of honesty, it's never intentional. It just happens to roll that way a lot.
Sometimes I feel like I brought it on myself because I did shit on Scarlet Witch so hard when she came out. It's like, okay.
Legitimately wished any of that crossed my mind before I did this stuff, but it
and then I realized no.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That tracks. All right.
Nice. Taylor said during the campaign, Tim's Gamora was near my Punisher and I was going to attack her. Punisher had 1 wound left, and I asked him, she have martial artist or something? And he said, no, she doesn't have martial artist. Well, I didn't specifically ask the ability she did have, so he used martial prowess and dazed Punisher, who I needed to stay in the game. Fucking Tim, am I right? So.
Yep. So, yes. So there's a couple caveats to that particular situation. I did explain to him what martial prowess did. And he asked, does she have anything that she just like counterattacks? And I said, no, she does not have a counterattack.
Right. Well, gotcha moment.
Yeah.
You got him a little bit.
Yeah.
Were you getting creamed? Is that why?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
That was it was like 8:50.
Gotcha.
So
wanted to get home.
Needed to get home.
Yeah, that's fair.
For Dan, he said every time I get his models to 1 stamina.
Yeah, that happens a lot for him.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fair.
It really
That
does.
tracks.
For me, like the first, I don't know how many games I've played now, but probably the first 8 games, I get the most fiery rumble guts ever because I get really nervous and like I'm so like, do I do this? Do I do that? And I was so like nervous and anxious the entire game, and I realized at the end that Tim just fucking let me win by a lot. Like you're just like, I'm not gonna go to that objective. You
gotta watch that clock.
Are you playing fucking a Chuck game right now? Like, what is happening? Score an objective point. Like, what is happening? It's like literally I won like 18-2.
How did I get slammed in that? I don't understand.
I self-regulate very well, especially against new players, because it is a bad play experience to get fucking trounced in your first couple games.
This was like my 6th game though. And I was like ready and like, so I feel like you had like She-Hulk too. And so I was like, oh my God, what are you going to do? How are you going to try to fuck me over with She-Hulk? And you just did nothing the whole game. And I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh, that game.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, no, that...
He wanted to get home.
No, that one... I had all these plans and nothing fucking worked in like the first 2 rounds, so I just fucking gave up.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. I'm done. Yeah, I threw in the towel on that one early because I was getting my ass handed to me.
Yeah, fair.
And misread cards.
Yeah.
And didn't know how my Tactus cards worked. You know,
like
just
me.
the basic reading comprehension issues.
Yeah. I think we all have that problem. Tim, what's your most infuriating Tim moment?
I don't like when I am on a bad rolling night that I start doing the math in my head of how many more successes my opponent is getting and how against the odds my rolls are.
Sure.
I think it makes for bad stream, and I hate it when I do it and I listen to it later.
Yeah, fair.
It annoys the shit out of me. I'm like, you fucking idiot, stop saying it. Just take your fucking hits.
Ravensguard did point out that you made me eat dirt that one time.
I did
Which,
make you eat
when
dirt that
Dan and I
time.
were doing this, he's like, is it the time Tim made you eat dirt? And I was like, nope, that's not even the worst of it.
Yeah, that's
That was
fair.
delicious dirt
It was. My wife made it.
with a baby spoon and everything.
Aw.
Oh, man.
Oh, well, there you are. That's the first inaugural. Are they Rogers Avengers Good Awards?
Yeah. So
Yes.
make
That
sure
just rolls off the tongue.
in the chat and in the comments and a 5-star review for this particular podcast. Make sure to let us know what your most infuriating Tim moment was this past year.
Very, very true. You guys played a game.
We did play
Custom
a game.
game.
We did.
I
talk
came
about it.
back for this game
Yeah.
specifically.
Mhm.
Dan told me about the Custom Crisis, and he's like, so, if you're interested. And I was like, sounds like fun. So I did the thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I like that you did because it also screwed Dan because Dan really wanted to play it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I really appreciated
So now
that.
he gets to play the updated version.
Yeah, he gets he doesn't when he gets beat, he has no reason to call foul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets my sloppy seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
So we did play Custom Crisis. It'll be over on the Discord at some point here shortly, but it was 21 Threat, New Year's Eve special edition, where every round, every character got to pick a New Year's resolution out of a deck that we had of 37. When we do play it again this next Monday, I think we're going to try to add at least a dozen more, maybe even try to get that up to 50.
Yeah.
And the resolutions were things like deal damage or move twice, don't be Wolverine.
Do be bullseye.
Do be bullseye. I think
Don't drink from the punch bowl.
Correct. So on the board, we had 3 objectives. There was a bar, a buffet, and a dance floor that all had different effects. You could remove special conditions on the dance floor because you just boogied down and forgot what was ailing you. The bar gave you extra attack dice, but also gave you extra power during the power phase. And the buffet removed some damage, but also made you slow as you got all sluggish. So this next week, what did I miss? What am I missing in the chat?
Oh, Mitch. I love Mitch.
He's
Shout
the
out to
best.
Mitch.
Wow. Wow, thanks, Mitch.
Yeah.
Mitch says, okay, Happy New Year, people. It's been fun in chat and watching cool content. Thanks for the half effort.
You're welcome, bye.
We're just keeping it professional casual.
Yeah. Listen, we don't even
Emphasis
know what
on
day it is.
casual. It's true.
But I've lost my voice now. So.
Yeah, you all right? Did you just spit it out? What happened?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
There.
Oh, we're good.
There you go.
We're back in the saddle. Just swallow that back down. You know what I mean?
God.
Some real professional content. But
Delicious.
so yeah, it worked out really well. I had a good time with it.
It was super fun.
It was random. Sometimes you'd get just dealt a shit hand where Black Widow somehow has to throw somebody and something to score points, but you could cycle them out by going to any one of those objectives and spending a power. We're probably going to cap that going forward to just once because there was a couple of rounds. There's one round where I think Dani did it a couple of times, and then that last round, Dormammu had a shit ton of power, and I was just like, I need fucking something to score a point. And I just spent all my power on that.
Yeah.
But it was a blast. I played Dark Dimension. I had Dormammu, and then a bunch of other people. Forget who I had.
Bullseye.
Bullseye was definitely there.
Fuck, who else did you have?
I don't actually know.
Yeah, I don't know how you were gonna look that up, bud.
I was gonna go to Stream Elements, where I made a bot that told our things, like on our timers. So I can go here.
Right. Dani, what did you play?
I played a loose A-Force affiliation.
Hot.
Yes. I didn't take She-Hulk. Instead, I called it my second chancers list. And there are people who canonically have gotten like a second chance in the comics, in the movies, whatever. So I used 2 Point Black Widow, Gamora, Scarlet Witch, Loki, Deadpool, and Baby Boy Bucky.
I like it.
They were super fun. I fucking love Scarlet Witch.
Kind of almost
She's so good.
spam with an A-Force is kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yep.
So my list was Dormammu Milkers, Baron Mordo, Bullseye, Groot, Hood, and Rocket. New Groot and Rocket are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
They're so good. They were good before as a tag team. They're even better now.
Yeah.
Being able to bodyguard from further away. Deadly Duo, still one of the best tactics cards, I'm pretty certain. It would have been my top pick had that come out in 2021. But, yeah, just an absolutely stellar pairing.
Yeah. Yep. It was super fun. It was very, like, I liked how totally random it was. Like, first round, Winter Soldier's resolution was to not take damage this round. So I just, like, finger guns and moonwalked away behind the mystery machine, and I just hung out there for a round to get the point.
Completely forgot that he existed.
Yep.
Like, I was like, oh, you're all done. That's all your activations. He's like, no, I have Winter Soldier. I was like, what?
Yeah, at the end of
Where?
round 2, he was like, wait a second, what? It's like, he's hiding back there.
Behind the mystery machine.
Yeah.
It's me, the chosen one, behind the wall. Dormammu got his ass beat by Gamora and Deadpool.
Yep.
Who was stabbing just through defenses like
It was
no one's
crazy.
business.
Really?
And
Yeah, Deadpool was awesome for me that game.
I kind of, in our game, I really came around on Deadpool.
Yeah.
I love coming on him.
she had an incredible activation with him in the final round with 2 maximum efforts.
Yeah.
That just obliterated, I think, Bullseye and Baron Mordo. She did some damage to herself too, but like it just didn't matter. She just kept going, moving, and doing a ton of damage. It worked out really well.
Yeah. It was really, it was very fun. Especially, I haven't played a game in a really long time. So that was like the best thing to return to, I think. Because it was like it was just like wild and fun. Like, what the fuck's going to happen? I don't know.
Well, and it was one of those too, because of the randomness in it too. Every round was so wildly different. In the first, I think, round, or maybe by the end of the second round, I had injured literally everyone on your team.
Yep.
And then you came right back the second round and dazed Dormammu like out of the gate. And I was like, oh shit! A lot of my plan revolved specifically around him being alive.
Right. Kind of what he has to do.
Yeah.
And Baron Mordo, I don't think got maybe he got a single attack off, but he got punked hard too.
Yeah.
Which was smart.
Yeah. And I don't think there was there wasn't a huge swing in points.
No, there wasn't. We
either.
were
Like,
within
we were
1 or
very
2
close.
the entire every round.
Yeah. Which is cool.
But it worked out well. We're going to try it again with some additions and tweaks and turns this next Monday with Dan.
Yeah. Yeah, because Dan brought up a good point. Like, when I got home that night, we were kind of talking about it, and he was like, you know, if you have a team that's only 4 characters versus a team that's like 6 characters, like it's kind of, you got to figure out how many resolutions each side can have, because just like by having more bodies on the table, you're automatically going to get more points probably.
That's kind of built into the game, though. When there's 4 hammers and you only have 4 characters, you kind of know you're not going to be able to do it. But you have Hulk, and he's going to punch through 2 people.
Right.
So.
But when you can score victory points by talking in the third person the whole round.
Sometimes your wife jumps into chat, and while you've been talking the whole round as your affiliation leader, which you needed to get for points, she spends...
Was that when you were talking like Joe Pesci?
No.
Okay. Because that's when I came in and I heard you trying to do your best Joe Pesci impression.
It wasn't. It was based on Joe Pesci.
Okay. Well, I clocked out. I was like,
that was my Hood.
Oh, okay.
Was that one? But
and you were dressed like the Hood?
I was dressed. Like
okay,
the
I
Hood.
wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what I was looking at. That's fair.
Fair.
Yeah.
So Yeah, so I had to talk the whole round like Dormammu Melkers, which I wasn't doing a good job at because my voice had already been blown out at that point.
Sure.
So then my
Hot.
wife came in and spent some points to have me talk like the Hood
Uh-huh.
for 5 minutes, which fucked my scoring victory points for that round by completing talking as my affiliation leader.
Huh. There you go.
So she thought she was doing a good job, but really it hurt me.
Tracks for wives.
It does. For her specifically, yep. She's
Yeah.
very like, I sold your guitar and I bought you a guitar pick. So
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
nuts.
Oh no. I really like his guitar though. It's good. It's nice.
Yeah,
for
I
a
mean, you
steal,
got it for
too.
$20. You know,
Sure.
it's a $600 guitar, but congrats.
Thank you.
Dan's gonna run Guardians next week.
Oh, yeah. New Guardians is so good.
So exciting.
All
I'm
right.
pumped. Hi, working me, Dad.
Oh, hi, bud. Well, that's the show. See?
Yeah.
Any wish lists before we go?
Huh. Kate Bishop.
Oh my God, could you? Oh my God.
Would you want another 3?
Yeah. They'd probably make her 2, which is stupid, but she should be a 3
Yep.
with some trick arrows.
Yeah.
Or a new Hawkeye with trick arrows, too.
Yeah, I really want
The really dangerous ones.
cool stuff.
Kate Bishop with a minion of Pizza Dog.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Did you
Maybe.
catch what the dog's name is too?
No.
They named the dog.
Is it Pizza Dog?
No, its name is Lucky.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I said that too. My wife and I were watching it, and they called him Lucky, and I was like, "No, I'm Lucky." But yeah, that, and I would love some tracksuit mafia.
Oh my God.
minions would be awesome. It would
Yeah.
have Echo come in with one.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Sweet Biscuits. Yes, Kate and Yelena box.
Oh shit!
I want all the Yelena.
100.
Love
she's
her.
So good.
Yep. Love her.
And that show just is setting up Thunderbolt so hard too. I'm super into it.
Yeah, Echo would be cool. Chuck, you mentioned Jessica Jones. She would be stellar.
Yeah, I
I
think
would love to
Jessica
see
Jones
Jessica
character would
Jones.
be really cool.
I would love to see her out there.
Purple Man.
Yeah, I do. I really do like Purple Man. Purple Man would be really cool. A good Cassandra Nova,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
You just
Cassandra
want
Nova.
Mitch to break into your house again.
Kind of. Yeah. Well, he's gone now. We should be fine. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. I'm kind of really. The more I think about it, I really want those like character specific pack tactics cards
Yeah.
Mm.
that I talked about last week
Mhm.
because I think it's a really good idea. So now I'm hyper focused on it.
Fair.
Yeah. So in like a year time, after AMG finally puts into production, because we know they listen.
100%.
Yep, they definitely do.
Thanks, Dallas. Happy New Year.
Love you.
Love you.
With that being said, of course, remember to hit that like button and subscribe. Hit the notification so you know when we go live. For myself, Chuck, and Tim, and Danny, we say goodbye, stay safe. Because this has been your Thursday night crisis talk. First Casual Network presents. Wait, did I roll a wild? Marvel Crisis Protocol per vlog. Bye. Happy New Year. Stay
Bye.
safe. Don't drink
Happy
and
New
drive.
Year.
Thank you.
Happy
Bye.
New Year. No, you're.